Hey guys, real quick before we start this video, I just wanted to tell you what you should never do with your dog if you don't want to create a dog that runs away from you out the front door. Please, please, this is super important. When you have a new dog, a new puppy, never, never when you play chase with them, you chase him. Meaning your dog always has to run after you when you're running around the yard. Don't play a game of you can't catch me and be chasing your dog around and let him figure out that he can outrun you. Also, he will start to figure out, hey, if I steal this sock, I can make you chase me. Or if I steal your car keys or your sunglasses that are really, really expensive. This starts to happen if we give our dogs, our young dogs, too much freedom in the house too soon to discover the fruits of this type of behavior. Good luck. Enjoy the video. I think you'll get a lot out of it. Bye. Question for the audience, and it reads, how do I stop my dog from bolting through the door and running off? I want to give you 3 things to practice. This will be very, very productive. You start with the come game, then we're going to get your dog in a fun mindset and he'll think of the whole training session as fun. Okay, so let's do it that way. And then we'll work on stay at the door. And finally, the most difficult but the most important is going to be teaching your dog to wait to be invited. So going forward in your life, I would highly recommend that as soon as you open that door, that should not be his trigger to just run through it in front of you. I don't ever want your dog to be going through the door in front of you until he's just so solid at this. He's not a dog that runs away anymore, and it's not a big deal. Okay? We're gonna institute those. Here we go. Super important. You have to teach your dog these things on the leash first. I know a lot of people have their dogs off leash in the house, and that's fine, but if you're having any kind of problems in and around the house, you need to first teach it on leash first. This is a 15-foot leash. It's awesome for this project. Okay, first we're gonna get the come game going. All right, you ready? Let's go. Now come. Yeah. Now you want to call him in through the door, give him a treat, a cookie or something, and then let him go back out to play. Let's imagine you even practice this on your back door. You know, he goes out back to play and stuff. Now come. Yeah, good boy. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he's checking out the gardener. That's a good time. Mac, come. Nope. Mac, come. Yay. Good boy. All right, so I had to encourage him a little bit stronger, but now I want to let him go back to sniffing. Yeah, go. The reason why I want to allow him back outside after each time I call him to come is so that he doesn't feel like the fun or whatever he's interested in doing out there is ending. Right? So here he is. He's starting to pull me. He's sniffing around. This is a really good time. I'm going to call him. Mac, come. He's ignoring me. Yeah, there he goes. Mac, come. Yay, come on. Yay. Good job. He's starting to prefer staying inside with me because I'm active, right? I'm running around, I'm skipping and jumping, and I'm trying to make it just as fun and interesting being in here with me as he would find it out there. Okay, this is going to be wait to be invited. All right, ready? What I don't want Mac to do is think that when he sees the door start to move, that that's his invitation. So I'm going to just test him out and see if he does that. And if he does, I'm going to reset him, okay? Oh. So moving the door and your dog does not move. This is the first step, really, right here. You go like this. Yes, good boy. You can give a treat for not moving. Yes, good boy. Treat for not moving. And do that a few times. When you have a really excitable, high-energy dog, it's going to be harder. So as soon as you get him waiting for you just a little bit, you really want to invite him and move at the same time. Mac, heel. I want him to wait until I say, nope. Mac, come back here. I want you to start him out behind you right here so that the crack of the door over here is, you're in charge of it. You own that crack in the door. So that if your dog starts to charge through that crack in the door, you can just kind of block and reset. If your dog is in front of you when you're setting up, he's not going to be able to see you and look for your cue. Ready? When he looks up, Mac, heel. I invited him with my words. and my movements. Hi, good boy. Okay, look it. This is not the way to set up to practice your dog waiting for an invitation. Now I've worked with him a lot, so he did good. He's a good boy. Still, when you're first teaching your dog this, you want to get him behind you. Give me a Mac. Set him up behind you. Yeah, who's a good boy? Mac, heel. Mac, heel. Good boy. All right, he waited for my words for sure. Stays a lot easier than wait to be invited, because wait to be invited, you have to have quite a bit of impulse control trained in already with like heel, sit until I've excused you, and that kind of thing. So this is stay at the door. First you'll want to practice stay somewhere else. You'll have to work on stay and train stay in various parts of the house, but this is jumping forward to stay at the door. Stay, face your dog and just go a little bit out and come back in with him. Yay! So you're just teaching him to stay at the threshold, which is usually a harder place, and you've worked up to stay at the threshold, starting in easier places for stay. You want to desensitize your puppy to your movements through the door, and he remains. Because realistically, you go to work. You go places, and he doesn't always go. You want to tell him to stay or wait, and not necessarily go through the door without you. And you should be able to go through the door without him. Stay. Good boy. Let's go. So wait is a less formal version, and your dog doesn't necessarily have to be sitting. How you do that is you face him and say wait. And all you're looking for is that you can move just a little bit, and if your dog remains, just by a little bit of movement like this is the basis of stay, right? You can check out my stay video also online. But just small movements should be rewarded. So if you move just a teeny tiny bit and your dog stays, you should reward it frequently. Notice how I come back to Mac to reward him. You want to make sure that you don't tell him to stay and then call him out to you and reward him for the movement through the door. Does that make sense? It's always the very last behavior that gets rewarded, right? Stay. So if I do that, yeah, come on, and I treat here, that's the incorrect way to do it, because you're rewarding him for coming out of the stay.
Hey, Super Trainers! You were awesome today. I hope you learned something new. If so, please hit the thumbs up button below and subscribe over here. It really does help us continue providing this awesome content for you. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!